well, and if you have a horse, I hope your horse is doing fantastic. This past weekend we had a family wedding, so lots of family members came out. Lots of them are from Saskatchewan, and they are people that we don't see all that often because they live 9-10 hours away. And so when we get together with those pieces of the family, it's kind of inevitable that I'm going to get the question, how are your horses doing? What are you doing with your horses? And ordinarily, I love that question. I'm very introverted and very shy, and so I tend to not talk a lot during social gatherings. But if someone asks me about my horse, that is something I can talk about. So usually I am very much looking forward to that question. On this occasion, I was not looking forward to this question. So when someone asked me that this past weekend, I would kind of just say, Junior's just hanging out, he's retired, he's just living the good life in the pasture. Diesel, I've been just kind of tinkering with at home, just riding as much as I can in between muddy conditions and whatnot. And if they would ask me if I had any plans to compete, I would say, no, not at this point, just tinkering at home. And I mean, that's all truthful, but it made me feel embarrassed, I guess. I don't know why. Like, none of these people are horse people. The fact that I even have a horse and ride them is cool to them. They have no judgment about me not competing, but for some reason I feel embarrassed, and I don't know if it's me wanting to be impressive. I mean, people this time of year definitely see other people hauling to rodeos, competing at barrel races and stuff like that. It's super exciting, super impressive, and here I am just tinkering, right, in my little arena. And yeah, I felt a lot of just embarrassment is the only word that's coming up for me. And even today, I had the farrier out to do the horse's feet, and he asked me, do you have any plans to go to clinics? Or have you gone to any clinics yet this year? And the answer is no. No. And so there was a couple of questions that came up from all of this. One was, why am I embarrassed? And two is, if I'm embarrassed, is there something that I can do about it? So looking at the first question, why am I embarrassed? I have a nice horse. He has a lot of potential. He's a very good horse. He deserves to be used to his full potential. I spend a lot of time in the barn. I should have something to show for all that time at the barn. I think a big part of it is, for so many years of my life, I have identified as, I don't call myself it, but I identify basically as a cowgirl, right? A horse girl, an equestrian, whatever you want to call me. And if that's not what I'm doing, if I'm not following through with that and doing the cowgirl things, that there's a disconnect there, right? And maybe that's what's going on, is I have this way of identifying myself, but I'm not doing the things that would come from identifying in that way. So it's just that disconnect, and it doesn't feel good. And I mean, I'm human. I'm sure there is an element of wanting to be impressive to other people, to, if I could say oh, I competed at, the Reigning Alberta, and I placed da. That's impressive, even to someone who doesn't know anything about reining. If you can say oh, I won this belt buckle last weekend, or me and Diesel are heading down to Calgary to do this show, or whatever. There's definitely an element of wanting to be impressive. I would say for me that's not a huge driver, but I'm sure there's an element of that as well. So that's kind of everything that's wrapped in, and why I was dreading that question from family members, why I feel embarrassed, all that stuff. It's all very uncomfortable. And so then the next question is, if I'm embarrassed, or whatever label we want to give it, is there something I can do about it? And 100% there is. There's horse shows I can sign up for, clinics I can go for, riding lessons I could sign up for, or even just like consistently committing to some sort of training program with Diesel and starting to do cool things with him at home. Like, I don't necessarily need to leave the property. If I can start doing really cool things with him here, like, that's something. That's more than I'm doing right now, because I'm going to be completely honest, I've done a whole lot of nothing with Diesel this year. I haven't rode nearly as much as I would have thought at this point. I'm recording this on July 1st. I've been out there every day working him. We've done a combination of some riding. We've done a lot of groundwork, so like lunging and that kind of thing. And if the arena's been completely muddy, I've done hand walks with him in the pasture. But I would say probably the bulk of my work has been groundwork, which is not good. That's not how I get where I want to be. So there's that. Like, butt in the saddle would probably be the first thing. And a big part of it, I think, is getting clear on my goals with my horses, because honestly, I don't have any goals with Diesel right now. And you know, there's a lot of like, you don't need to have goals with your horse, you can just have fun with them. But to be honest, for me, not having a goal is causing more pain than having a goal. So I need to figure out a goal. A difficult part this time of year is like Calgary Stampede is starting this week. And so like, I live in Alberta, so it's like rodeo everywhere. Everyone's in a cowboy hat. My Instagram feed is full of Calgary Stampede rodeo activity. Like, it's everywhere. You cannot escape it. Ponoka rodeo is going on right now. Like, rodeo is everywhere in Alberta this time of year. And I will not lie, there's a huge part of me that wants to barrel race so bad. And I was thinking about it this morning, like, I have that pull to barrel race, but that ship has sailed. Barrel racing is not for me. I've tried multiple coaches, different horses, different approaches. It's not the sport for me. And I could literally cry about that. That hurts a lot. I really wish I could barrel race, but I can't. And I know it's not the sport for me. I honestly don't know if reining's the sport for me either. I feel lost with my horses. I was not expecting to cry about this. Diesel is bred for reining. But I mean, with that comes a lot of other things, not barrel racing, showing, westerny dressage, even maybe ranch horse shows, stuff like that. Nothing pulls as much on my heart as barrel racing though. And I just do not want to put myself through the heartache of trying to get back into it again and just dealing with the disappointment of barrel racing. If you have no idea what I'm talking about with my history of barrel racing, I've talked about it before. You can go on my YouTube channel and type in barrel racing. There's a video there on my history with barrel racing. Yeah, it's funny how a simple question from a completely uninformed family member can trigger so much. Like, what are you doing with your horses? Nothing. I'm doing nothing with my horses. And I need to do something about that, because doing nothing any further is not an option. So it's July 1st. I feel like even as soon as like May, June starts, I feel like there's just this like hourglass that is just counting down until it's winter here again. And it's like you have a very limited window to be able to like ride your horse outside every single day and like do all the things, haul to wherever you want to go. There's tons of stuff going on. I live in like the heart of horse country here in Alberta. Like, you need to get on it. So I think it's really important for me right now to really seriously think about what I need to do with my horse, or what I want to do with my horse, and then come up with a very clear-cut, step-by-step game plan for why or how I'm going to do that. So that the next time I get asked, what are you doing with your horses? I have an answer for it. And it's something that I can be proud of and feel accomplished about, and just something that, yeah. I'm gonna get deep for a minute. If I died today, or if like someone told me tomorrow everything's done, I would have regrets about my horses and what I've done with them. Junior was an amazing horse and we did a lot of cool things, but there is and will always be a lot of unfinished business with him and I. I don't want the same case with Diesel and I. Me and Diesel and I. I don't want to have unfinished business. Junior, it was what it was, and I learned a lot. So maybe there isn't unfinished business. I learned a lot, but I don't want to have regrets with Diesel as well. So we're gonna use this emotion, use all these feels to come up with a game plan, and we're gonna make stuff happen. We are gonna have a good summer. I need to just develop the mindset. We have July, we have August, September is usually good, and most of October is usually good. That is 4 months. That's a lot of riding we can get in, a lot of stuff we can accomplish. So yes, the next time I get asked, what are you doing with your horses? I'm gonna have a better answer. I will just say something is off with Diesel. Today's a holiday here in Canada, so the vet will be getting called tomorrow. It's nothing urgent, just there's something off. So I want the vet to come out. We're gonna get some vaccinations, have a look at him, and I think we'll get some teeth floated as well. So we will get all that done so that he's like raring to go. He got his feet trimmed today, so those are all good. And we will go from there. But yeah, kind of a harsh reality that I wasn't expecting. But like I said, we'll use it to get my butt in gear. So be sure to follow me everywhere at Strong in the Saddle. And until next time, remember, it's always a good day to ride.